Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the ladies of Your View.
Oh, bonjour, good morning.
And the host, Mariah Afolabi Brown.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Your View. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the lovely audience in the studio. Thanks for always being here. And the ladies in the building.
Yo, good morning.
What's up with the bonjour? Some people don't understand bonjour in this part of the
Bonjour is good morning.
Caro. Speaking our green.
Kachifo, am I right?
No, that's bye-bye.
Eh?
Otutuoma.
Otutuoma?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I will say next time.
Good to have you, Ike, in the building.
Yeah.
How you doing?
A bit sober today.
All right.
You know, my old girls, my alma mater, we're having our 70th anniversary. And yesterday was a symposium empowering the girl child. And there were these ladies who came and talked about their experience and their own abuse as children, sexual abuse as children. And, you know, they spoke to the girls. There were a lot of young girls there. And look, if any of you have problems, come and okay, if you want to write it, write it.
Yeah.
What some of those girls wrote.
Are you serious?
What some of those girls wrote. One wrote that her father has been sexually abusing her and she has had 5 abortions.
Oh my God. Secondary school students.
Secondary school, young things like this. I'm telling you, I was so bad yesterday. Yay, this kind of thing is happening in this country. You know, our national president, she had made sure someone was saying, no, we don't want, she said, no, she wants to have this, she wants to help these children.
This is really sad. You know, when, I think it was Uwa Saleh and Norma, they were doing her association at the time, when they were going around to different schools.
Yeah.
And what Uwa had discovered, and even Norma at the time, that these girls are going through a lot. We see them, young girls, you assume that they're young. No, those girls, they know way too much. And they go to church every Sunday. They go to mosque on Fridays. And the parents are clueless on what's going on. This is really sad.
I said this one of the ones that was even her father, not another person. Yeah. Her father.
You should have found out who the person is and tried to see them.
They spoke to them. The lady, Mrs. Oyemade, very articulate. In fact, we really need her on our show.
Right.
She spoke about her own experience, which made the girls open up to her.
Right.
You know, she was going to help them.
We have to look into that. How are you doing, Nima?
Very well.
How are you doing? Good to have you back.
Thank you.
You were ill.
Thank you. Yes, I haven't been feeling too well. But I'm getting better. Thank you so much. I got the calls. And I heard Madam said something that was not true yesterday.
That's what?
My own is that any child that is in heaven now, asking God that he wants to be the child wants me to be his mommy, just come with your surrogate and your trust fund in hand, because that's the only way I'm having another child.
Talking about another child, this baby has been getting my emotions. Like this morning I woke up, my husband saw my Facebook post. He said, you wrote this? I said, honestly, I wasn't myself. I had to start deleting posts because, I've been so emotionally, on a crazy high fly emotionally. Anyway, we have to go, we're running out of time. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Right, thanks for staying with us. We're going to start very quickly with the Punch. 2015, some PDP governors worked against me, says Jonathan. Obama meddled in 2015 presidential poll, says ex-president. Ezekwesili protests service chief's presence at Buhari's campaign launch. Buhari's government's worst in Nigeria's history, says Agbakoba. Fayemi reinstates 5 sacked permanent secretaries. Family demands justice as NSCDC officer shoots Lagos bus driver dead. Stay away from Nigeria, ex-British minister warns investors. PDP members drag Adeleke to court over alleged fake certificate. PDP, is that not his party? Obasanjo wants against handover of Nigeria to thieves and hooligans. And Boko Haram kills 44 soldiers, 9 farmers in fresh attacks. Sorry, why is PDP taking Adeleke to court? Did you read that
Members are
story?
saying that he contested the elections with a fake certificate and probably cost them the elections. So party members are suing him.
Oh, that's internal democracy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good for them. Okay, the human interest story, the NSCDC.
Miriam
Miriam
has
has
the
a
story?
story?
No.
Okay, the
Go ahead.
lad bus driver, Taufik
Abdul Karim, I think.
Abdul Kadri, was shot by NSCDC members along the...
One NSDC, one member.
And he's been arrested along the pipeline in Lekwe area in Lagos. And the issue was that he wanted to walk through their military zone no pass area to buy a recharge card, and one of the officers confronted him and said, so they had an altercation. He went into the office, brought out a gun, shot him point range at close range, point blank in the head.
And there was almost a riot, you know.
Because of that.
So the police came and quelled it. They arrested the guy, and the police and the
Right.
parents, the family are demanding justice
Right.
because he has a pregnant fiancée and aged parents. So it's a very, very sad.
sad story.
Me, I didn't even know. Why are they even allowed to carry guns?
No, the NSCDC has been empowered with arms for a while.
There was another story I want to take. Obi Ezekwesili was raising objections to the fact that the service chiefs were present at our president's campaign launch. For her, she felt that, listen, it doesn't show fairness. It just shows that they might be skewing
The issue had already
polls.
been raised by the spokesperson for Atiku's campaign yesterday. At the launch of the next level, the military service chiefs were in attendance.
Yes.
But the spokesperson to the president had said no. They were at the venue thinking they didn't know it was a political campaign.
Oh.
They were at the venue and they left before campaign flagged off.
Okay.
But I felt that was an admittance that they were there.
All right.
They shouldn't have been.
Moving on to The Nation, Jonathan, I was pressed to reject the 2015 election poll. Trump defends ties with Saudi despite Khashoggi's murder. Restructuring possible without constitutional amendment. Fashola, why Southwest will re-elect Buhari. Police death toll in Ekiti bank robbery rises to 3. And 2019, Fasomi to reconvene Yoruba leaders meeting. Restructuring, according to Agbakuba, is possible without constitutional amendment. According to him, yes, the issues of administratively, you can actually begin to implement restructuring in certain areas. But when it comes to other areas of allocations and how much goes to each region, that's when you need constitutional amendment. But for other things like reducing the power in the center, those things can be done administratively. And I think it makes sense.
I wanted to talk
police.
about... okay.
The police, the death toll. Did we take the story of the incident that happened in Ekiti, in Ijore?
No.
Okay, so the armed robbers attacked this bank, but the way they did it, they arrived in an ambulance, stopped at the police station first, attacked the police station, and they had a coffin filled with rifles in it, and then drove to the bank, shot the door open, and went in, and 3 police officers were killed. It just shows you, yes, so it shows you the level of intelligence that these people are now using, you know, to carry out this act.
They staged it in an ambulance.
Yeah,
Film, ne?
it's a
And
whole
carried their
new
rifles.
movie. It's a movie.
You know,
scary.
like those
It was
American films.
Yeah.
Like
So I
American
mean,
film.
you know what they say about when the hunter learns to shoot without stopping the monkey. So
Learns to
our
jump.
police, you need to learn to find different ways to catch them. They have become more intelligent. It's
Just
not the
about
usual.
They took away a lot of money.
So
Yeah.
this journalist Jamal Khashoggi that had been killed at the Saudi consulate in Turkey, we were expecting the international community to join voices to reject this obvious, crime. And the U.S. president, this is usually the first country fighting such injustices, decided to take the American first worldview again, saying that the Saudi government have invested so much in the American economy. The Crown Prince has, even though he is aware of the murder, he cannot. Even if he is aware, even if he was involved, they do not want to meddle into such a thing. And I'm shocked to think that that life is not
He
important.
said it like this, how?
Broadly on TV.
I'd like to set the precedence for a lot of things because that's a country that actually goes around condemning these kind of humanitarian
But the thing
issues.
is that what he's saying,
killing innocent people in Yemen presently. Children are suffering for
Saudi Arabia, you mean?
Saudi Arabia, they're supporting that war, but
the only
can't support this
difference
kind
is
of
that
thing.
he's openly saying this. This is something that they have always, money always comes above
Let me
anything,
move on to
and
the
he's
Daily
saying
Sun.
it.
Let's not discuss this too much. 2019, Buhari won't rig elections this presidency. Popular radio journalist Tosin Bucknor dies at 37. Army kills 20, arrests 21 bandits in Zamfara. Anambra Market produces 4 chairmen in 4 months. 60% of Nigerian children suffer abuse, says UNICEF. And Jonathan blames Obama ex-president, ex-PDP governors for 2015 loss at the book launch. So let's talk about the major headline.
Okay.
Buhari says, I think it was, who was speaking? It was Femi Adesina.
Femi Adesina was saying on Arise TV that President Buhari would rather lose the elections honorably than rig it to win. That, you know, knowing the kind of person he's been in the past 3 years, he's surprised that Nigerians still think he would stoop low to rig an election. But the UNICEF report, the UNICEF is saying that 60% of Nigerian children, before they turn 18, suffer several stages of abuses, at least one stage of abuse in their lifetime.
Before they
and, you know,
That's what I
obviously
witnessed yesterday.
Yeah.
what YK has said is something that we should look into
So, going to the other story, I was actually going to mention something that Femi Adesina should understand. That the reason why Nigerians may be skeptical on the elections not being rigged is because we've seen that this government has not upheld the rule of law in cases of Dasuki or Zaxi, those other cases. So it's difficult to tell us that, oh, no matter what, these elections will not be rigged because everybody's seeing it right there. It seems like it's not being fair.
Or should we go to what happened at the Ekiti state election? Not
Let's
Ekiti,
not even go
sorry. Osun.
Let's not go there because we don't even know. We don't have the facts. We don't have the facts. Let's move on to Vanguard. How Obama UK defectors plotted my defeat in 2015, says Jonathan. 2019, why Southwest should re-elect Buhari, says Fashola. Why you shouldn't invest in Nigeria. Oshoba laments quality of governors as Nigerians hail Atta at 80. Buhari rather lose than rig 2019 election, says presidency. And Ambode, Ajimobi, Akpabio, Saraki, others make APC reconciliation committees. Really? Okay, let's talk. Who has the story on Obama? Jonathan.
Okay, so Jonathan at his 61st birthday yesterday, happy birthday in Ariasa, yesterday was talking, you know, they read parts of the book and I read through it. I feel that every account he gave, if you were involved in the newspaper readings that we were involved in, was almost true. I'd like to read a book that is not like my watch that you go back and forth.
No, but honestly,
this
I
book
was slightly
was
disappointed though.
Complete account of what happened. Obama had released a video prior elections. He did.
Well, but
So Jonathan wasn't saying
disappointment
anything.
in the book was that, for me, I didn't think it gave me any information I didn't already know. We knew that Boko Haram,
That's
the
his
issue of the
account.
all subsidy was
It's
used
his
against
account.
him.
He said my transition.
I'm just saying that
It's only the
the
newspaper,
excerpt.
so wait till you read the book before you
Okay, because
say,
I was
didn't give you
thinking,
what you
okay,
didn't know.
what I thought, Waike, was that I'll see a headline to tell me something crucial that we don't know that came out of this decision
Well,
to concede.
first of all, I think newspapers will pick up whatever it thinks that is sensational enough for us to listen to. But in addition to that, he also talked about how politicians use the Chibok girls against him.
That's not information.
And
That's
all-
not new.
But he's saying
Yeah, but he's telling his
telling
own
us
account,
history.
how it affected
He's not giving
him.
us a distorted account of history.
No,
that's
but
more
can I just say
important.
something? Because they are still kidnapping people in Chibok, not
Yeah.
Chibok, in Borno State. They are still killing. One of the papers has 44 people killed, 44 soldiers killed yesterday.
Yes, yes.
And it's not,
Borno.
there are no sensational headlines like there were at that time. Chibok! Now,
Well, there are
it's
as
very...
They actually are.
No.
There are. It's just a
That one would have been
sensational.
front headline.
They were. Yeah.
They still are.
But I
don't have the
think
headline.
he did suggest that they were saying that he started Boko Haram to decongest or
Just-
to reduce
yes.
the population
That was
in
the
the
rumor
north.
at the time.
So that you couldn't. Now that, I mean, as I said, that's still not new information. We all kind of knew all these things were going on at that time. I was really hoping some.
It's good that we have it
some
in
juice.
documents so the next generation will not come and see they didn't see where to read it.
Okay.
It's well articulated.
All right,
in
no
that.
problem. Let's go on a break. It's Wednesday. Our live audience is here, and we're going to be discussing our plans as the year runs out. What have you achieved, and what can you put in place to get some things done before the next year comes? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So before we go into the conversation about our plans for next year, we have with us the International Drinks Festival. It's an annual event which brings together all the major players in the drinks industry, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. This year's edition is a 4-day event. To enlighten us more, we have with us the Executive Director of Balmoral Group Project Management, Mr. Adegoke Obimbe, and the Business Development Balmoral Group, Omotayo Oladipo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. So we know you've been talking to us about this for you were at Wake Up Nigeria a few days ago, sensitizing everybody. So tell us again, what exactly is the Drinks Festival? We had one last year. We were here last year. When is it happening, and what is it about, and who should get involved?
Okay, the International Drinks Festival is a platform where we have all the key stakeholders in the drinks industry come together to talk about the business of drinks in Nigeria. Right. And this year's one will be holding on between the 29th of November and the 2nd of December. It's a 4-day event, and we'll be talking so many things about the drinks industry, where we'll be looking at the exhibition, the B2B parts, where we have the business-to-business section. So people that want to go into the drinks industry will be able to have the opportunity to learn what are the things we need to do, what are the things that we need to know, how do I penetrate the market, what are the government regulatory agencies that I need to work with, and so many information that will be reviewed at the event.
Okay.
Will there be drinks tasting?
Yes, there will be drinks tasting.
Yes, some of the brands will be sampling their products, because it's majorly more like an exhibition to come and interact with the brands. So you have people giving out wine tastings and some other.
Please, where is it?
Okay, it's going to take place at Federal Palace Hotel.
Okay.
VI Balmoral Convention Center. We're basically going to take over the whole place. So.
I don't have to pay.
Oh, it's free to attend.
You will see me there.
Some people have cosmopolitan.
But all right. But you see, the beautiful thing about this is the fact that there are lots of people out there trying to get into the drinks industry. Because we're trying to get people to be empowered. We don't want to go and line up and working for a bank. So we want people that are getting this. There's the makeup industry booming. Yeah. The drinks industry is birthed now, and you are here to support that business. So tell us, help encourage somebody out there what they can get from this event.
Okay, so the reason why it's actually 4 days this time is because we started the conversation last year and it was 3 days, and we realized that, look, not many people are in, there are a lot, but it's still at the, basic level.
Right.
You can actually package your own drinks. I mean, people are doing Zobo, but their eyesight is, okay, for my people in my environment, you can actually package these drinks for the world.
Good. This madam, she used to do Tiger Nuts. I don't know if she still does it.
I mean, it's one of the drinks that's going to be featured.
Non-alcoholic drinks for me is because some people like, I know I said it, so if you have cosmopolitan, just call her, she'll be there. No problem. But for me, non-alcoholic drinks are something that Nigerians don't really market so much. The big spenders are into alcohol all the time. What are you doing as a group to see that more of these non-alcoholic drinks will exhibit?
So you see, that's one of the conversations that's going to be happening in the first 2 days. The first 2 days, like we said, is business to business. So you're going to find regulatory agencies like the NAFDAC. Right. So with non-alcoholic drinks, alcohol is basically like a preservative, so you can keep your drinks for longer. Right. But for the non-alcoholic, so what do you need to pass those NAFDAC levels to ensure that your drinks are safe for the long term? Okay. You consider shelf life. Yeah, there's going to be so many people, brand executives, the Standard Organization of Nigeria. We're bringing these people so that anybody that has these kind of questions can come and ask, okay, what do I do? Okay. And then you have your peers, whether you're just starting the business or you just have an idea. Okay. Come and ask these people these questions.
Right, fantastic.
And interact.
Right. Okay, so there are big numbers in this business. You people have thrown around last year. I'm hearing over $400 billion. I'm hearing 100 million just for weddings, drinks. So there is big money. Oh, yeah. And here, sometimes we sit down here, sometimes just shaking our heads, wondering where to make this money, how to make this money. What percentage of the market does the Nigerian, do we have access to? That's Nigerians. And what, from last year when you spoke about, when you had your festival, what has improved? Has there been more people, more interest? And then secondly, talking about NAFDAC, SON, we have a lot of incidents of people doing like fake drinks. Is this something that you're addressing to at the festival? Okay,
if you look at since we had the last one in 2017, we've had lots of brands come into the Nigerian space. Just recently this year, we had one of the key beer brands launched in Nigeria. the Budweiser brand beer. So they've used that platform to have an understanding of how we need to come into the Nigerian market. And since then, they've been able to launch different brands. And talk of what Amata just said now, we'll be having a section for the drinks in Africa. We have lots of African drinks like the Kunu, the Pito, the Zobo that want to really launch out, but they don't know how to go about it. And that's one of the reasons why we'll be bringing in the different government agencies to guide people on what to do.
I started Tiger Nuts a few months ago, and I stopped. And one of the issues was preservation. I had issue with preserves. How do you preserve it? Because you have to always have it frozen.
Just told you.
So obviously, I'll probably be there to learn because I kind of paused it because I wasn't sure how to continue it. But it's been nice. But you see, I need people to get the message that the makeup industry has boomed, the entertainment industry is booming, and this industry is there, is existing, but we now want to refine it. We want to make it such that it's exportable. So that's why these events are great for you to learn, because you're complaining that there's no job, there's no work, there's nothing to do. You can come here and learn how to do it and then make it profitable. Yes, you're gonna...
Venue, time, and mode of entry.
Well, mode of exactly. Thank you. So mode of entry is free. The venue is Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, and it's November 29th to December 2nd.
Okay. When you say it's free, and there's alcohol being said, I don't want young kids going to drink alcohol. Would there be restrictions?
So I need to clear up that misconception. When people hear drinks, they usually first thing is go to alcohol. Yes. No, it's not. It's not alcohol. Drinks includes water, zobo, coffee, milk, everything that is liquid that you can ingest is going to be there.
Will alcohol be there?
Yes, there will be alcohol.
So if a young kid, the 17-year-old kid,
they're going to be
for the section that has to do with alcohol, it's really going to be 18 plus.
Okay.
So we're going to be
tea. Yes, tea.
How
do you confirm a person's age?
Sure. Once we come,
no, there's
the
a registration process.
Okay.
There's a registration process.
You get a tag that gives you access to certain places.
Okay, because you said something very interesting. Do we have time?
Go ahead.
You said that alcohol is a preservative. I didn't know that.
Yes,
so that's why those ones last. So in Tiger Nuts, can they be?
Okay, so I'm going to give a little bit of insight that I learned from one of these chefs. Actually, like she said, in your cake there's a little bit of alcohol, but they just don't tell you how much. In your juices, in some of your juices, there's actually a little bit, just a tiny bit of alcohol to preserve it.
Right.
Sugar, if fermented, turns into alcohol. So I mean, what are we saying?
So and that's
Nima, so you have been drinking.
All right, let's go on a break. Thank you so much, Dr. You guys want to say anything else?
Okay, so I'm just going to run through some of the highlights. What's making this year's difference? We're going to have a chef's masterclass, which is going to teach you a few tricks on how to cook with alcohol. Don't worry, the alcohol burns off and it's left with flavor. There's also the beer village. They're also going to have world champion flair bartenders.
Wow, nice.
So it's a fun-filled, packed event. And we need...
That's where we sit down.
No problem. I will be your personal guide.
People of our age.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. That's all we can take on this segment.
Thank you
when we
very
come back, Bob, we're looking forward to it. We're gonna be there. I'll definitely be there.
No problem.
We're gonna go. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So there's a saying, the earlier you plan, the better you become successful. Report also has it that most companies do their budget between October and November for next year. In a nutshell, people need to plan ahead to be successful. So as the year is running to an end, how effective were your plans for this year, and what are your plans for next year? To help us put together our goals for next year, joining us is the human and business performance expert, Mr. Alex Adefemi. Welcome to Nigeria, popularly known as Coach Triple A.
Thank you very much.
Coach Triple A.
Thank you for having me.
We're in November already, and November is fast rounding up, and people are already thinking.
Gone already.
It's gone already, right?
Literally.
People are thinking, I mean, yes, I was at the mall the other day, and we have Christmas stuff out already. I'm like,
it's just November.
I'm like saying, so.
No, there's some things you will know when you know the year is running out. You start seeing Christmas decorations out there. You go to, I think Adetukun Ademola
Right.
on VI, you will know it's about the year is about to round off.
Right.
What else would you see? You see starting certain billboards. There's a particular event that happens early part of December.
Right.
And then you know the year is about to round off.
So as that now the year is running out, obviously,
Yes.
and people are thinking, what have I done? Have I achieved anything? And you hear all these prophecies at the beginning of the year. The year is rounding up, and I think
This is your year.
This is your year of multiple breakthrough. This is your year of this, and November. I'm wondering, okay, where is the breakthrough? What's I'm still here. So how do I review, and how do I plan ahead?
Okay, so first of all, before I say anything else, I need to get this out of my chest. Okay, so I'm a big fan of this show. I will say that.
Please help us clap for him.
I've been on different TV shows,
Right.
but this is the first show that I'm actually a fan of the show.
Oh.
So I'm feeling like
You're
I'm
part
trying to be an expert on the show, but then
you're
a
part of
fan
the
as
show.
well.
Right.
That kind
Right.
of thing. I mean, this YK is here, Nima is here, Miriam is here, and Mariah is here. So thank you very much.
So I can quickly say my own. That this your dressing was seriously planned for this show. Because I've been fancy for I see that.
We get to the vision of the day because people need help. Let's go ahead. Please.
So basically, now, like you said, at the beginning of the year, most of the times people tell you that, this is your year. It's actually your year. Every year is your year. It depends on you. It depends on you having the mindset that you want to make the best out of the year. Now, you do not have control over all the actions and events that happen in the year. You have no control over that. What you have control is yourself and how you respond or make use of those events for your good. You know what they say about the best sailors? That the best sailors are not made in the best wind. They are made in storms because they learn to use the wind to push them to their destination. So it's about learning to use the situations that is happening in the year to push you to your goals.
I hear you, but you see, it's not a lot of people that can say that confidently towards the end of this year. I know just a handful of people who had a plan this year, and they were able to accomplish. Tokpa is one of them. Tokpa Makoduge, she had plans for this year, and I'm so proud and happy that she was able to accomplish quite a number of them. Yeah. But a lot of us just started out nice. So what went wrong? Is it that, because people always say finances, that's at the end of the day, all the conversation, all the grammar we're talking about is that how much money do you have in your pocket at this time of the year? That's the cocoa of the matter. Okay. So now you feel that you don't have enough money. Are you a failure?
Let me recount that question. Okay. So without financial gains, have you failed? What other achievements can you, aside finances, can you look at and say, this is a good year?
Okay, so I'll say this, sounds like I'm advertising literally, but the reason why a lot of people actually, these days, you find that people that actually achieve their goals because they have a coach. So get a coach. But that aside, but if you look at it, finances is it's just one part of your life. There are about 14 pivotal areas of your life. There's your health and well-being. There's your relationships. There's your business and career. There's your finance. There's your network. There's your leisure and fun. I mean, YK was saying she wanted to go for that particular event that she wanted to enjoy herself. How often do you have goals for a vacation in the year? Do you have all those goals to actually make you a rounded human being that actually enjoys life as a whole? Money is not everything. There's some people who have money and they're spending their money in the hospital. There are people who have money and they're spending their money dealing with challenges and problems. So
I look at that guy that they have just arrested him.
Which guy?
That makes cars. I don't want to say the name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, I mean, nobody knows exactly what's going on with him. But at the end of the day, you might have money and not have peace of mind, fulfillment, and a lot of other stuff. So what makes a successful life is about 14 different things.
Which is why I would like you to also talk about the simple things of life that make life whole. A lot of people watch us, some just see me on the road and say, you're the only one on the TV, you must be living in Lekki. And in the area where I live, we have a lot of rich landlords in my area, but I don't relate with them as well as I relate with the simple people. It's easier for me to connect. Inshallah. It's easier for me to connect with the people that I
But
think
not
needs
landlords.
that help, needs that connection, people when I talk to, I think I will upgrade them than the people that I think are already
successful in that area.
So the simple things of life that we should be grateful for, people don't highlight them as successes. So you just sit there and think, my own life here is bad because I'm not living on that other side.
I will say this, life is in stages and men are in sizes. Now you must understand that there's a different stage for every human being per time. Now, when you are in your 20s, there's certain things you're supposed to be doing. When you are in your teens, there's certain things you're supposed to be doing. When you are in your 30s, there's certain things you're supposed to be doing. Now, it's what you are supposed to do per time is dependent on you. Exactly. You must learn to identify what you want for yourself and then begin to walk towards it stage by stage. And as you move forward, know that every year, what is important is that you progress.
Okay.
You have a long life ahead of you, I mean, by God's grace.
My question is, when I heard you were coming, I said, okay, I'm going to learn today.
Yes.
But I was like, I hope it's not motivational speak.
Have I been motivational speaking?
No, I'm just saying, because sometimes, they tell you, we use all sorts of analogy. The ship is sailing, something is happening, things that are not real, and then they want us to think as if they are real. What are the physical, concrete things I can do to be successful? I want to be able to say, okay, wake up at 5 a.m., run down the road, take a left turn, and then there's a rainbow, walk under it and pick a box or something like that. Do you understand? Is there something as real, as concrete as that? Okay. This talk, it's just sometimes...
I'll let you answer that question when we come back from the break. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Your View will be right back.
Staying with us. All right, before we went on the break, you asked the question concerning concrete plans on how to be successful.
Okay, so I'll just run through a few things that you need to do quickly. You must understand that, first of all, you must have what I call a grand vision. Now, a grand vision is your long-term plan. So whatever it is that you want to do, you must have a long-term picture of why do I want to achieve this thing? So that helps guide you when you have a long-term plan. Then second thing is you must do what I call a situation analysis. Look at your current situation. From where you are right now to where you want to be in the long term, where are you right now? So what's the distance? So that will give you another idea of how long it will take you to get to where you're going. And then you set goals. You set goals, and there's a whole different, I do teachings on that. It's a whole different teaching on setting goals, proper setting goals. And then you must have a set of actions that you do. You must have a sequence of those actions. And then you must monitor your progress as you go. And then I always say visualize. Sit down and visualize what you have planned to do and see it happening.
Let me go to our audience because I know that there are lots of young people there who had plans for this year and are hoping to get better plans for next year. Any comments? Let's get to a few comments from the audience. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I believe when you are alive, it's an achievement.
Yes.
That cannot be ruled out in the factor of life. So I just want to know who is truly an achiever. I want to ask my...
Okay.
Okay, so basically, how would I give you that answer? Now, what you took it from me is, okay, when you're alive, you're an achievement. You've achieved. And that's true. But it also depends on, I'll put it this way. Anyone who achieves their set goals is an achiever. Your set goal can be different from, her set goal is different from hers. She just said something that she doesn't intend to have a child. So that is not a set goal. Now, for somebody else, for me, I want a child. And if I achieve that goal, I'm an achiever.
It's an achievement.
End of discussion.
So I want his action. I want his action.
It's an achievement. Trust me, it's an achievement.
So when I set a goal and I achieve it, I achieve.
Okay, let me go to another question. I think we have another question. Hi, Joseph.
Once realized in life. Before now, I usually, at the end of the year, I hear people say, I've achieved this, I've achieved that, and I get to regret and start blaming myself for so many things and in life, and at times I cry. I'm so emotional. But I came to realization in life as a last year, 2017 years, when I realized that goals can be set in so many areas, and you can praise yourself in some areas where you know you've achieved, and forgive yourself in those areas, and learn lessons from those ones you've not learned from. Now, one of them is my marriage. I'm married, and you know, as a young guy, I'm married. Last year, I had serious issues in my marriage, you know, trying to understand my wife and all that. And I said, my goal this year is to make it better. And I can look back this year and say, okay, this is right. So for me, I've achieved something.
Yeah. Congratulations to Madam. That's a good one.
May I just say, Joseph, you have earned yourself a free ticket to an event. Trust me, this Saturday. I love the answer you gave. If I get the opportunity again, I would like to come back one of these days and teach about goal setting exactly.
Yes.
But trust me, the answer was precise and it made a lot of sense.
Okay, I hate to bring the area of religion here but every year they tell you the year of muscle blessing, crossover this year, we get prophecies every year. And people always get depressed because they feel like those prophecies haven't come to pass in their lives. And I need to help us understand, what role do I have to play to connect to that prophecy that's been said since January? Is there something I have to do, or is it like the forces in the world will just make everything such that everything works for me perfectly?
If you sit down there, you're waiting for your prophecy.
Now, in line with prophecies and achieving your goals, a lot of times, I personally don't teach you to focus on things that you don't have control over. I teach you to focus on things that you have control over. So leave the things that are out of your control into the hands of God. Pray, trust God with it. But the things that are within your control, give your all. Fight tooth and nail. But they are within your control. But things that are not within your control, just pray and trust God. And God, in His time, will do it.
Yes. So quickly tell us about distractions. So when you set your goal, and then you start to do things that you know that are not feasible, maybe advice from one person or the other. How do you focus when you have so many distractions? What should you exactly do? Should you still take risk, left, right, and center, rather than focus straight?
So basically, when you have your goal, now there are two things. You must understand that in setting your goal, you must have your goal in front of you consistently. Find a way to put that goal in front of you. Either you take a picture of it and post it on your mirror, or post it on your door where you see it every day and remind yourself. And if possible, have an affirmation that you say concerning that goal for yourself every day. Putting your subconscious mind in the place where it says, okay, listen, I want this thing. This has happened already for me. Now, that helps you deal with distractions. But beyond just that, you also have to realize that distractions can come from anywhere. And then you have to be very, very careful. So it's about being concentrating on, keep your eye on the ball.
Right.
And you will likely, by God's grace, you'll get there.
All right, we have to run off, unfortunately. Time runs so fast on this show.
We're learning. Tell me about it.
But I remember when I was a bit younger, I had a picture of Oprah in my room. I had like 3 of it pictures.
Oh my God.
Every corner, I was looking and I was prophesying. One day, I will host the show. And so it's right, when you have to, it prevents you from getting distracted, because other offers came. But I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I didn't get distracted.
I also had a picture. I had a picture for a long time that will be on this show. I am
here. Nephew says, spiritual success, physical success, financial success started from the mind. Make a daily confession your preferred reality as you walk towards it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think we can round up with that. Thank you very much. Live audience, thank you. We love you so much. Thank you for always being here. Please, we appreciate you. God bless you. Have a fabulous day. Now we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, forgot, our repeat is now 11 p.m. So for those of you that don't catch us at 8 p.m., it's now 11 p.m. Tell your friends and family so you can watch us.
People are complaining.
Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sleep by 11.
Thank you.